I haven't spoken to the camera for a while, so I've picked the busiest main road to do it on, but it's the busiest main road with a view, and according to the drone, it says it's safe to fly. However, a couple of near misses already with seagulls and with the wind. It's not the best place to record, but the view far outweighs the noise. It's chasing shadows that you can make out in the distance. That's the Sky Bridge, just over there. There. At least I think it's a Sky Bridge. Yeah, it must be. It's not far from here. So yeah, bit of an update. Come back from Harris. Oh, it's a bit cold as well. Came back from Harris 4 days ago, I think now. It's been on Sky. There's not been much opportunity to wild camp, and it's probably a bit more respectful to the communities that live up here, because the guidelines are that you have to book on to a campsite. So rather than, there have been people that are wild camping even though they're not supposed to. because of this COVID legislation. So we've kind of stuck to it. Marley and Stan are absolutely comatose. They've had like 2 or 3 walks a day, especially today. Now they've been run ragged on the field over in Skye, and then been for a walk around Plockton on the lead. The fresh air, I must say, sorry I'm shaking, it's that cold now. I've got a pair of shorts on as well, not the best thing. It's breathtaking, the scenery, and the fresh air. Just at night you're just zonked, and waking up with views like, so this noise is annoying, this road noise is annoying, I know that, and the views like that are just tremendous. Over there through the islands there, I think it's a ferry in the distance. You probably can't make it out, I can see it, but it's just been beautiful. The van has been great, it's been warm enough, the heater, the Urbaspatcher heater, it's thermostated, has worked perfectly. I can't praise Steve's work in the rest of the build. I mean, all of the build pretty much. You know, like companies like Rhino Installs that fitted the gas and the water, Falcon Electric for the solar, Steve at Street Dubs for the entire construction of the internals, the windows, the awning, even though the awning's not been out, it's not been fit. And then Elite Wheels, the tyres, everything has just been perfect, and it's the comfiest bed ever. If you haven't got a camper van and you're thinking about it, don't get sucked into the T5s as much in the T6s, the VW market. Get yourself into the next size above, because you'll regret it, and you can drive it every day of the week. The Peugeots, the Fiats, the Citroens, they're the perfect size for doing this kind of stuff. It's spacious. You know, I've got hot and cold water, I've got heat, I can cook, I'm comfy, I can go up tracks that normal cars can't go up with the off-road tyres. And if somewhere's not so great, just drive off and find somewhere else and plot up. And that's what it's been brilliant. So you see this is authentic off-road mud. Been off-roading. You need to find the best places. So let's try and get away from the road noise. wander down onto the shore. Breeze has picked up, so I've had to put the drone away. I'm going to try and find a nice quiet wild camp now on the mainland. I've got a couple earmarked. If the wind drops, I'm hoping... Jesus, that's slippy. I'm on this jetty and it's all algae. Just broke my neck then. Let's get onto gravel. That's better. Find some treasure. Yeah, so park up tonight. It's going to be a wild camp. Bit more spread out. Filled the water last night. Just filled it with diesel. And emptied the cassette. For those of you that know what a cassette is. Managed to delay a Scotsman who was waiting for it to empty his cassette. And he was effing and jeffing. He was near happy, that tells you that. I think he was late for his ferry, but I kept my cool. Oh, it is just stunning. I could, if the road wasn't here, I could plot up here for tonight. It really is. And this obviously fills, it's a tidal, well, it's the sea, I suppose, isn't it? Because that's the bridge, Sky Bridge, yeah, so it's the sea, it's not even a log. So yeah, this must fill up really up too close to the edge. And that road, those cottages must have been gutted when the road went in. From a little cart track, probably about 30 years ago, to the main drag to Skye. Because when they built that bridge, there was no other way to get to Skye other than the ferry, I suppose. And obviously this was the main road to it. It's the A87, I think it's called. Well, it's the A87, I think it's called. And subsequently, this must have increased the volume of traffic for people to go, you know, access the Outer Hebrides, because most people go to Skye because it's easy to get to. And that bridge is probably, it's not the most attractive looking bridges, but it's opened up the, if that is the Outer Hebrides, I think, you know, Skye is the most accessible of them. But it also opens you up into the Outer Hebrides, which is, you know, Lewis, Harris, the Uis, both north and south, and Barra, and obviously all the little islands that are dotted around. It's incredible. And you never, and no matter where you look, there's always somewhere else or something to see. Something else catches your eye every time you look. I mean, the clouds, you can't probably see it, but the clouds that are kind of hovering over, I don't know whether that is the mainland or, you know, it's the mountains on Skye now, but just the cloud is just being sucked into the mountain, and it's just sat there. It just looks so peaceful. I know, it's incredible. Right, let's get off of here and let's go and find tonight's park up. I had tomato soup for my dinner. Absolutely loved it. And a crusty roll. I've strayed from my diet a couple of times over the last couple of days. I had some langoustine, oh, with garlic butter. Oh my god, they were fantastic. It's a place called the Galley. If you're coming this way, the Galley in Ewig in Skye. It's a hut predominantly seafood, but it doesn't seem to appear anywhere. It's like in someone's garden, and it's a blue hut, and you go on TripAdvisor and everybody either has the langoustine or the scallops with black pudding, and it's, you know, not even expensive. It's not expensive. It's like £7 for langoustine for a starter, or you have it on as a main and it's 18 quid or 17 quid, and it's, oh, beautiful. It's messy, obviously, having the langoustine. You've got the shell, and you get, you know, break the bones and the shell or whatever, but they're, oh, worth every penny. And then the Ewing Hotel, again, food is exceptional in there, a bit more expensive. And I did have a beer, and I have bought a couple of bottles of whiskey. Not from official local places, I bought it from the co-op, but supported the community to some extent, because they do put money back into the community. Got a bottle of Talisker, and that should have been 44 quid, and I paid 26 quid for it, and that's a good price. And what other one did I have? Oh, something, oh, I can't remember which one it was now, but that should have been another single malt, 30 quid down to 20 again. I think I did have about a third of it last night as well. Music was playing on the Bose, the whiskey was in flow, I was Instagramming. Oh, van life, it's the way ahead. Anyway, this is what I'm walking across. If I fall over, this is the last footage you'll see. Oh, right, onwards now. Shot of Chasing Shadows. So I think we're now day 9. I can't even remember what day it is now. Is it Sunday? Yeah. So I set off, not this Thursday gone, Thursday before that. So probably about 10 days on the road now, and loved every minute of it. Wouldn't swap it for a holiday to the Maldives. You can keep those. I absolutely love van life. I'll speak to you in a bit. That's my park for the night. Found it on Park for a Night app. It's a dog walkers car park, come National Trusty kind of Scottish trust. It's called Tormore Forest. It's like a community forest commission kind of car park. And up there, nice walk up. Beautiful. And you can see how close you are to the sea. But that's the mainland of Scotland over there. Common sense, yeah, early on, I forgot I've spoken to you now. Yeah, common sense prevailed. I wanted to go down the real west coast of Scotland. Stan, I'd love it in there. Sorry, change the subject. All those sheep, my God, it'd be carnage. I was over there a while ago, but it would have took about 4 hours to drive all the way around to the west coast. So subsequently, common sense came, back over the bridge to Skye, drove down to Armadale, up the ferry for tomorrow morning. So it'll be about a 9:45 ferry over to Maleg, and then that'll get us on down the west coast, and we'll be able to take on some nice beaches. I found a few beaches for Stan, obviously. You can have a good run. But this is kind of the road to nowhere. This is the southern part of Skye. This is past Armadale, and it's difficult because you can't really see, but the views, like driving down here, were absolutely cracking. But again, it's the landscape has taken on, you know, the colours. I mean, the bracken and the trees have all started to turn now, proper autumnal colour. And it's a bit of a shame. I don't know whether you'd pick it up on the camera, but you can. Oh, there's a bit of an opening there to see, and it's probably a way away, to be honest. You see it on the screen, but that coast of Scotland, that's the kind of the bridge over is over there, and then that's kind of heading down towards, as if you're going right down towards Fort William and the Lacalsh area. There's probably a Scottish person watching this now going, "What's he talking about? That's nowhere near it." It is. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. I probably offended many, but to me, I've driven that way and it looks like it's that way. It's bloody nippy now though. It is in shorts. Not showing my legs again. I've got some editing to do. Tea to cook. And it's going to be a broccoli and cheese pasta tonight, something easy with a bit of vegging. Sheepies. And a tot of whiskey or two. But, there's a couple of cars in here, and there's a VW. It's like a Westphalia. I don't really know much about VWs. I think they're probably overnighting, probably waiting for the ferry. Because I think the ferry at 6 o'clock today was cancelled, so there'll be a few people. But these, I think, are dog walkers. These are the two. That's a beauty, that one. That's lovely. That's an old VW. But it proves the camper vans have got longevity. I mean, that's F-plate. That's going to be going for some years. It's probably been out of clock a few times. But here, it's some kind of game estate heading up. And you can see buzzards and otters and all sorts. We met a Welshman, and this is a Scottish Gaelic, and he said even as a Welshman speaking Welsh, obviously, he said some of the words look what they potentially are. I don't know much Welsh myself, even though I kind of live in Wales, but he said the Scottish Gaelic, some of the words, you know, they don't even, I mean, what is that word there and that word? I wouldn't have a clue. But this community have bought this woodland, and local authorities need to take a leaf out of it because it's locally managed and it's encouraged all this wildlife, and it's managed by rangers possibly, and it's beautiful. And again, the best bed, the best seat, and I can't say this too loud, the best fan in the house. Don't upset the neighbours. Never stop smiling. Van life. Love it. Right, tea time and whiskey time. Chill.